YouTube, there is no firearms in this video.
Welcome back to the Low-Key Airgunner YouTube channel. In this episode, we will be trying the Barra 1866 CO2 version in .22 caliber. This has been sent to me by AirGunSource Canada. The goal of today's video is to try the sights, see around how many shots you get per 2 cartridges and see if it works good. And then I will test a few other things. Subscribe if you want to see more. This one is .22 caliber rifled for pellets, but they also have other barrel options. It is a bit more complicated in Canada for that, but they exist. Anyways, I don't want this intro to be super long, so watch my unboxing video if you want to see more about that, and we will put CO2 in there. Hopefully the Canada big birds are not too loud, but let's do that. So basically you have a button out here. This will open. You got a wrench to remove this. When you got that out, you might want to put a bit of silicone oil on this seal. First, I will put some on the tip of this Humarex cartridge. By the way, those are looking way nicer than Crossman's. They are all shiny and stuff. I don't know if they work better, but they feel nicer. A nice little drop on there. You will then insert the first one, nose first. You might want to make sure that it is in there, and then do the same for the second one, but it goes back first, I guess, butt to butt. I will oil this seal because I never used this gun and I think it is a good idea. Try not to put too much on the threads because apparently silicone oil can act as a thread locker. After that, you put that back in there and you start screwing. I don't know if this should be hard already, but it is. I mean, I heard it pierce already. Oh, it still screws in. I don't know if I should do that, but Airgun detective said to do that. Usually you want to stop when the air starts hissing. I did give it a little bit more. Hopefully that will not break the seals. If it does, that might be my fault. But I just wanted to make sure that it was tight for real, because when it did pierce, it was not. So yeah, I think I will not dry fire it just to see if the pellet will come out of the barrel. I did not read the instruction properly. I forgot to bring them, so hopefully we don't cause a jam, because yeah. Now let's load the pellet cartridges together. I will be using Crossman Hollow Point 14.3 grain just because that's one of the most available pellet in Canada, and hopefully it will shoot those decent. The .22 caliber shells are silver, not to get mixed up with the gold/brass color .177s. This does feel pretty nice. They get in there very good. By the way, they give you 10 of those and you can insert all 10 in the rifle, so it is 10 shot with lever action cycling. This should be pretty fun. As you can maybe hear by the big Canada birds, it is currently around 15 degrees Celsius. It is not the best weather for CO2, but it should be good enough. It is not super cold either. I will go set up my other camera and we will try that. We'll most likely start sitting, rested, to see about where it hits and if those are shooting okay. And then we will see. I don't know if I will do a voiceover, but that's enough rambling already. Audio synchronization, 10 meter. Target cameras ready. Let's load it up with those nice Crossman Hollow Points 14.3 grains. This is not exactly how they look usually, but it's pretty cool. Alright, so we got all 10 in there. Let's shoot them. I will be sitting for now just to see where it hits and not be the cause of the bad point of impact or accuracy. Let's see. By the way, there is 2 safeties. There is this one that if you don't put that on fire, it will not cut. And there is this one that if you don't grab the handle/grip pretty hard, the trigger will not go off. So let's try that. So safety off. Usually if I do that, it will chamber one. It did. So I think we are right on. I believe so. I'm out blind, I barely can see the target. And by the way, I suggest that you do remove the picatinny rail if you want to use this sight, at least at this position, slash not flip it up, because you need to get pretty low on it, and this is kinda in the way. It doesn't help you focus on the target, at least. Pretty cool. This one is chambering too, yet it works fine. I don't know, I can't see that well, so I will just do a voiceover. You can decock it by holding the hammer like that. Yet after shooting those first 10 shots, I can say that the cycling mechanism works very good. It is a pretty fun rifle to shoot. It might not be a bench rifle, that's not really what you want to use it for usually, but it is pretty fun. I do recommend that you remove the picatinny rail if you do use the iron sights though. We'll go look at that, and we will probably try the flip up sights after that. Alright, so that is not the best grouping. It is still all in a can, so it will still be good for plinking with those pellets. I will try like 5 more in the same group, but with the flip up sides, just to see the point of impact difference. So I got 5 more hollow points. Let's load them in there and see what happens if I flip the flip up sights up. That should make it shoot higher. So I'm shooting too high. This setting is a lot more comfortable if you do not remove the picatinny rail, but I'm shooting too high for the target right now, so I will do a little trick, I guess. I will be aiming at the bottom, and let's see how high we land. It was barely low before that with the other settings, so let's see. Let's load up one more just to see. Holy crap. Oh, we are shooting high still. So it does add a lot of elevation. I'm a lot more comfortable with those sights. Is that 3 pellets? I think we did slightly better because I'm more comfortable with those sights. I can focus my bad eyes better. So yeah, I think we might do better with a red dot. I will put it back on the flip down sights, even though I just don't have tool to remove the picatinny rail right now, or I would, but I want to try different pellets. I will try the hobbies right there with the sights down, even though that might not be the best idea. I might try the peep sight. Yeah, I will try the peep sight with the hobbies sent by Scavenger Nick. This is a brand new tin. Those are 11.9 grains and flat nose. This might be better for the kind of velocities that this is pushing. It should be around 410 FPS, but we will test that in another video. Yet I don't really mind the loading part. It is kind of a part of the fun of this kind of rifle, so it is cool. I don't know if that will ever focus on it, but I was using the top sights, but the peep sight has a little notch on the bottom that lets you align the front sight, so I will try that now. Hopefully it doesn't land too high, but we will try. I believe that was 5 shots. Let's take a quick look at that. The trigger on this is definitively not too bad for a plinker. It is pretty good, in fact. So I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did not do too good, but that's still better. I will shoot the extra 5 just because they are already loaded, but yep. I might or might not have stepped on this one. That's not great, but that's definitively not too bad for basic sights and me being half blind. I believe we will try the JTS that AirGunSource sent me with it. Let's do that. Those are pretty good looking pellets. Hopefully I can do better with them, but my eyes are definitively affecting the results. So I will use the peep sight again. Hopefully we are on target like with the RWS. We should. Those are slightly heavier. Those seem to make sparks when they hit the target. They do. That's kind of cool. So I'm assuming that this is 2 of them, but this seems to be like 3 of them. So I might keep shooting. I will shoot 5 more and see if that was the last 3. You guys already know that, but I don't. Those seem to group slightly better, but maybe not worth the extra price for plinking. So this was 10, 15, 25, maybe 26. So 36 shots yet. I will take like... I'm not too sure of where this one came from. Let me put that in the screen because I don't know. By the way, here is the difference in between a domed pellet and a flat nose pellet. Those smack a lot harder if you don't have a lot of energy beyond them. Audio synchronization number 2 because I was already 40 minutes into this footage. I got 10 Crossman domed ultra magnum 14.3 grains in there. I will shoot them with the peep sight again because that's the one that I'm the most comfortable with. Hopefully they won't mix up with the other pellets, but let's see that. I will shoot 5. If they don't group any better than the other ones, we will be plinking because the sights and my eyes are most likely a big part of why I'm not getting better groups, and I want to actually test accuracy with a red dot if mines are fitting on there. So for today that will be it. Seems to be doing pretty good. That might be me. I believe that was the first one, so we will not count that one. We got a decent group other than that with open sights and a half-blind shooter, so I will be using those for now. By the way, this was not a real accuracy test, it was mainly to test the sights and have something to say about that in the review. I will most likely test accuracy more later with a red dot, but for now we will take a few plinking shots just for fun because this is what this rifle is about. So this was 10, this was 5 plus 1, so 16, 30, 40, 46. I will take like 10, maybe 20 plinking shots because I want to keep a few shots on the CO2, which I don't know how many shots we get yet to be able to zero the red dot at home when I get back. This video is already getting fairly long for the footage. This rifle has a fair bit of shots, so leave a like if that's good enough. Hopefully it is. Thank you. I will still be using the Crossman Ultra Magnums with the peep sight. Hopefully this angle will be decent because the sun is kind of not helping, but this is about 10 meters. Let's have some fun. I missed. I missed. I think that's on me. I don't know. Is it getting low on CO2? Maybe. By the way, you kind of do want to bring a rag or maybe Q-tips if you use them in dirt. Okay, we are definitively getting low on CO2. So let's count the shots in the video and I will not have enough CO2 to zero my red dot. What? I think I'm shooting at the ground, so this confirms that we are out of CO2 and ready to do the outro. Alright, so let's do a quick recap of my first time shooting this rifle. We tested the sights. You do get like 3 settings. I thought that was mainly 2 and a peep sight, but it is not really a peep sight. It is just a more precise sight. There is only a little notch there. So this one is more comfortable than the lower one, especially if you do not remove that. I do recommend that you remove that if you don't want to use an optic, because it is hard to focus on this one if you don't. I was expecting a few extra shots. Maybe that's just me that is used to a .177 QB 78 that is detuned for Canada. From what I get, the first setting was shooting a bit low, the peep sight was shooting a bit high, and the other one was shooting super high, even with .22 caliber pellets. I did change the weight a little bit while doing that, but it should give us a pretty good idea still. The cycling did work very good. It was pretty fun. I don't really mind picking up the cartridges on the ground, but make sure that you bring a rag or maybe Q-tip if it is a bit muddy like out here. We did not get the best accuracy, but that might be because of my bad eyes and very basic sights. We will try that later with a red dot, hopefully, if they fit in between the hammer and ejecting port. This trigger is really not too bad. I think that Airgun Detective was getting around 2 pounds and it does feel pretty good. This grip safety I thought would be more annoying, but it only messed me up 2 or 3 times. You gotta grip that kind of good, and I kind of don't always think about that, but it is not super annoying. If you hold it right, you don't really have to worry about that. I think that we got around 60 shots before not hitting our target anymore, so I will have to test that under the chronograph eventually. I will do that for the review. Stay tuned for more content. We will take the CO2 cartridges out and see how much gas there was left in there. That was fast. I don't know why. Which one came first? I'm not sure if this one is pierced. Hopefully that's not an issue and I only need to tighten it more than I did. So yeah, we will see that. I believe that Airgun Detective said that he was adding a dime in between them to make it work better. I might have to try that. I will try it without the dime first and see if this happens again. This will be an honest review. Thanks to AirGunSource for this opportunity. Thanks to you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Sorry.